Unemployment is likely to go up as the economy slows in all likelihood, and inflation is likely to go up as tariffs find their way, and some part of those tariffs come to be paid by the public.
There was a debate between David Sacks from the Trump administration and Larry Summers, who was part of the Clinton administration. It's really important when two people come together representing two administrations and the two different ideologies which represent how they think the economy is best served and how the American people are best served. The fact is that when you have one extreme and another extreme presented, that we know that the truth lies somewhere in between. Let's explore that in today's economic report. The latest episode of the All In podcast, David Sacks and Larry Summers went head to head. It got heated. Trump's economy, Clinton era policy, failures, tariffs, inflation, the works. But there's the truth. This wasn't just a debate. It was a window into a deeper fight about what kind of a country we want to have in 2025 and how we're going to get there. So who's talking? Sacks is the tech venture capitalist, aligned with Trump movement, blunt and anti-globalist. Summers, on the other hand, is the architect of the 1990s globalization movement, former Secretary of Treasury, and a traditionalist. Add a couple of other people here inside of the All In podcast, some great personalities there, but make no doubt about it, this was a policy warfare inside this podcast. So you might be asking yourself the question, what exactly were the flashpoints during this podcast? Summers, for instance, warned Sacks is selling populist delusions, tariffs, trade wars, economic isolation, and he says that he thinks that's a loser. Sparks flew, but something strange happened. They accidentally agreed on one thing. So the quiet truth, both admitted the system is unstable. Both warned of consequences ahead, bond volatility, that is U.S. Treasury bonds, by the way, foreign pressure, and internal fragility. But neither had real answers for regular Americans, something you want to keep in mind. So if I could remind you of a couple things here, this really wasn't about who won the argument. It's about how close we are to an economic breaking point. Who do you think really has it right, Sacks or Summers, the globalist or the traditionalist? Those are things to take into consideration. Maybe isolationism is a quick fix, but not the long-term solution. Both are missing key things in their arguments, and maybe more importantly, neither one seemed to really be interested in compromising with the other beyond a simple point that America is at a very, very important crossroads, and we need answers, and we need leadership, and we need a game plan to move America forward. And guess what, folks? At the end of the day, we're all in this together. And I can add a couple of other important insights here that maybe will help you better understand the situation that we're in. The United States bond market is maybe the one thing that we all want to pay close attention to. See, U.S. Treasury bonds really are the loans that people give to the United States. Now, you may have a savings bond for graduation or for the birth of a baby, but we're talking billions and billions of dollars in U.S. Treasuries. Why do you say this is important? Because when people buy U.S. debt, it's basically saying that we have confidence that the United States government will pay that debt back.
Can normally turn to bonds for a safe haven. However, last week, when President Donald Trump announced worldwide tariffs, something unusual happened. Not only did stockholders sell, but those holding Treasury bonds did as well. The value of the U.S. dollar went down too. Economists said foreign currency and investment looked like the place to put money, and some did just that.
And when people sell U.S. Treasuries on a massive scale, two things happen. Number one, there's less people buying into the United States. And secondly, the cost of our debt goes up. something we want to avoid as a nation. It might be good for the individual investor. It's not good for the overall interest of the country, particularly when you're over $30 trillion in debt. So, this is a story that we all want to follow a little bit more closely because at the end of the day, we're in this together. The bonds really do matter. And when you have people saying that we need to cut 7% of our national expenditures every single year down to 3%, well, that tells you a bigger story. It tells you that we need to get spending under control here in the United States. How you get that spending under control, I don't know. Is it through tax cuts? Is it through the Doge? Is it through tariffs? Is it through other ideas that I've yet to see presented? The fact of the matter is, the United States is trying to get a handle on these things. Both David Sachs and Larry Summers threw out their ideas. But you probably have some thoughts on your own as to what we should do or what the best path is forward. And this community here is designed for people just like us to kind of take a look at what's going on out there and maybe discuss, have some real insights, and most of all, make sure that we're on the same page because information overload's real, but we're on Main Street and we want to make sure that our voice, our interests, and our bank account all are taken care of at the end of the day. Hey, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. I answer every single one. Hit like, hit subscribe, so we continue to deliver meaningful content right to your inbox every single day. Have a great day, and remember, the biggest battle we fight is the one between our ears. Stay healthy.